money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta now on second. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Trevor Davis. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for a loss of 5.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They begin with a run by Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Leopard! Gone!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lauletta. And Ingram holds it in. The 13 yards that time at a first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And some space here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Lucky 56.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They'll try the air now with Lauletta. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trubisky will throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny, you know?
No, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking. He had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke, and he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Barney! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Detroit!
Lauletta now to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. This is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Rosas now to kick this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, it's Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
New York set to take the field. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
You see it?
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's got room. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. On 2nd down, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A first down carry for Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. A handoff to Barkley. And some room to roam now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now it's Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We go!
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. Gonna let into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Lawletta now on second. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Rosas to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun!
Now Stewart on first down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
On first down, it's Lawletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
Leopard, leopard. Gone, 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 gone.
From the gun, here's Lawletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On first and 10, Lawletta flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
Here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey. Let's go.
On second down, here's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The Bears on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Airs this out for Matthews. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes
Now Lawlett on first down. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Trubisky to throw, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky fighting through pressure, eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Lock it.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The veteran Connor Barwin in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Again, it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The toss out to Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Detroit!
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On first down, Lauletta. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now let's go. 3, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Lauletta now to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Roger Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And that lead there for the Rams is extended. They just scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.